November 9, Echo Alpha Whiskey. Romeo, November 7.
November 9, Echo Alpha Whiskey. This is KC9VKV. What's the name there?
KC9VKV. What's the name there? Hi, Jim. We've talked before on a previous radio. My name is Tom. Tango Oscar Mike. Rig is an ICOM IC7300. And 100 watts into a 94-foot doublet up at 60 feet. Jim, go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Now, what mic are you using on that radio?
Roger. Now, what mic are you using on that radio? I'm using the factory-supplied hand mic. ALC looks to be about right around mid-scale 2/3. Could actually be a little lower. There we go. That's about mid-scale to 2/3. It's the compressor set at 3. TDW on the audio, 100 to 2900 hertz. Over.
Yes, that hand mic is just so beautiful, and again, just to the corner of your mouth, actually touching your mouth, and you're talking across it. That solves so many problems as far as the possible mouth noises, and also the equalization is just perfect when it's touching the side of your mouth as you're speaking across it.
Side of your mouth as you're speaking across it. Yeah, roger that. I think. Can't remember where my EQ is set. It might be a +2 on the bass and a +1 on the treble, and that seemed to sound pretty good to me through my local monitors. And just wanted to tell you for a speaker on receive, I'm using an iLoud speaker made by IK Multimedia of Italy. A nice little Bluetooth speaker, and pumped through the audio output of this radio. It just sounds glorious. Over.
Roger, Roger. Now, what you really want to do is make sure that you can reproduce stuff below 100 cycles, because that is the kick of this band, or any band. When you have the full fidelity, you listen to the 7300 in context with the speaker in the box, and that sounds great, but it's only about half of what is really there. So the thing is, when you pull that audio out of the 7300 into another speaker, I have found that it actually takes a subwoofer to be able to reproduce those frequencies down around 60 cycles, 70, 80 cycles linearly, or correctly, Roger?
Correctly, Roger. Roger that. Yeah, the speaker's good down to about 55 to 65. So yeah, I'm hearing just about everything I need to. I got to tell you, I've plugged other radios into this speaker just through the analog speaker out. And none of them have as pristine an audio path going to the speaker as the 7300. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that they've digitized the entire path as far as all that goes. And I know they've done it on transmit also. So having an SDR does have its advantages. Over.
Roger. Now, I did run the 7300 for about 3 months because my Elmer made it possible for me to have one. And first off, you want to run that 7300 in filter 1. You want to run that 7300 in filter 1, which is the equivalent to no filtering at all. That's their no filter position. You want to run it in 100 to 2900, and you don't want to run it in noise reduction, and you don't want to run it in what is the other thing? Noise blank. You don't want to do that. You just want to keep that radio just as pristine as you can. And you are exactly right about that frequency capability. I've observed 2 or 3, 4, 5 times folks that are generating audio in at 100 cycles or slightly below, and that radio just does a magnificent job of handling those lower frequencies. Roger.
Roger. Roger that. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm running it. Filter 1, 3.6K, wide open, sharp mode instead of soft. Soft kind of muffles it a bit, makes it a little bit rounder. Sharp mode, 3.6, no noise blanker, no noise reduction, and a healthy amount of audio into the actual speaker also. Not too much, but enough to make it work. And again, I'm just amazed at the fact that there's no noise at low audio levels, low volume levels, like just about every analog radio. Even if you have a headset on, you turn down the volume and you can hear a little hiss in the background because of the audio amps, and not on this radio. And I'm very impressed by the entire architecture of the rig.
Roger. Well, we kind of run radios a little different here because we're looking to get the best recording possible. We are running our RF AGC outside of compression, just at the bottom of compression where there is none. So we have reduced our RF gain to where signals coming in by and large are not being AGC'd at all. And so when one speaks, you hear the word, and then as when they don't speak, there is no rush of noise, channel noise up. It's just a consistent background level all the way through. Roger.
Background level all the way through. Roger. Roger that. Exactly. Boy, that's a nice linear way of doing things. I'm going to let you go, and I'll be anxious to see how this radio's audio compares with an earlier recording that you made, an FTX 3000 Yaesu. So I'll be able to put the YouTube videos side by side and listen in and hear the difference. So 73, Jim, and thanks for having me. KC9VKV from N9EAW. You have a good weekend.
Roger, Tom, and I have been copying you on the Milford PASDR. And could I have your location one more time?
Roger that. It's New Berlin, Wisconsin. And it's about 15 miles west of the city of Milwaukee, southeast Wisconsin.
Sounds good, Tom. Thank you so very much for checking in. You have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and if you get a chance, join us next Friday for our edition as we go from 3:30 till 5, recording all the time. And so for folks that have a radio that they want to check out, give me a shout. We are recording now.